this lesson, you'll learn business English expressions that you can use in your interviews, meetings, and all your business conversations.
Wow, right?
Let's go.
I mean, goes without saying, and yet here I am saying it. We are so pleased.
Let's get down to some business expressions. All hands on deck. This means everyone's involvement is necessary. For example, the product launch is nearing. We need all hands on deck. Ahead of the curve or behind the curve. You're either ahead of progress or development or behind progress or development.
That is really exciting
I'll
stuff.
take it.
That is really exciting stuff.
Our technology is ahead of the curve compared to our competitors. A ballpark figure. This means an estimated cost or value. Here's an example. Can you provide a ballpark figure of the expected costs? All things considered. This means taking everything into account and considering that as well. All things considered, it's a good investment opportunity. To bank on something means to rely on something or depend on it. We can bank on their team to deliver quality results. And if you know someone who's hoping to up their skills in the corporate world, definitely share this video with them. They will thank you. To bounce ideas off of. This means to discuss ideas with someone for feedback. I like to bounce ideas off my colleague before finalizing the plan. Bringing someone up to speed. This means to update or inform someone about some information. Let's bring them up to speed on the recent project developments. Bringing something to the table. This means to contribute something of value. She always brings fresh perspectives to the table during meetings. To brush up on something. This means to review or build some knowledge or skill. I need to brush up on my presentation skills before the meeting. Call it a day. This refers to the decision to just stop working for the day. It's late, let's call it a day and continue fresh tomorrow. Let's put all of those expressions together into one little conversation. Let's go. Can you give me a ballpark figure of the expected cost for the upcoming project? We need to get ahead of the curve. I'm banking on a low estimate, or we'll have to call it a day on that deal. We really need all hands on deck to bounce ideas off each other tomorrow. To bring you up to speed on our initial analysis, a rough estimate is around 50 grand. Our technology is ahead of the curve compared to our competitors, giving us an edge on the market. We can bank on our team to deliver quality results. Let's bring Paul up to speed on the recent project developments. He always brings fresh perspectives to the table during meetings and won't need to brush up on his presentation skills before the meeting. Anyway, it's late. Let's call it a day and continue fresh tomorrow. Circle back.
And if we circle back next week, I think we can close those deals. Yeah.
This means to discuss that matter later or revisit a topic at another time.
Hunter and I had a great conversation with them last month, and I want to circle back with them because I think they're really ready to do some business.
Sonia, were you able to connect with the client?
Not since last week, but I'm gonna see Kathy at the event on Tuesday. I'm gonna circle around with her to see if they're still ready to engage.
Climb the ladder. This means to move up in your career, usually in a hierarchical structure. He aspires to climb the ladder and reach a managerial position. To corner the market. This means to establish a dominant position in the market, to be the best. Our goal is to corner the market with our innovative product.
Just real quick, Hunter and Hoyt, if you guys can't hear us right now, it's because we're on this end digging into some fabulous nectarines.
Drop the ball. This means you either failed to complete a task or you made a big mistake. We can't afford to drop the ball on this important project. First thing. This refers to not just being the first thing, it's the most important topic or the most important thing on the agenda, so it's first thing. Let's address the client's concerns first thing tomorrow. To follow up. This might mean to take additional action or to check in on the progress of something. Don't forget to follow up with the client after the meeting. To catch up on. This means to get up to date with something. I need to catch up on the latest industry trends. I would really appreciate it if you clicked that like button and shared with someone who you know would benefit from this lesson. This helps me grow this channel and hopefully be able to share even more content and videos that you want. And if you want to know everything that there is to know about English pronunciation and the secrets behind pronunciation and conversation in English, then I have good news for you, because I have everything compiled all into one shiny little course. Or if you prefer to learn by book or audiobook while you're commuting, I have that option for you too. Just click the link in the description below to check it out. But let's get back to learning.
Okay, great. Now we're all on the same page.
From the ground up. This means starting from the beginning. We built this project from the ground up, considering every detail. Get a foot in the door. This means to secure an opportunity right in the beginning. It's usually someone's initial or first opportunity to get their foot in the door, their first chance. Getting an internship is a good way to get a foot in the door. Getting down to business. This means we're going to start working, we're going to start the actual work and discussion. Let's get down to business and discuss the project agenda. All right, let's practice all those terms together in a little conversation. Since I'm starting from the ground up, I've been really working hard to catch up on the latest industry trends. I want to get a foot in the door and eventually climb the ladder to a leadership role. That's great. Let's discuss that first thing tomorrow, because we can't afford to drop the ball on this project and miss out on our chance to corner the market. We'll follow up with the client today and circle back to those industry trends after. Okay, let's get down to business. Getting in on the ground floor. This just means to be involved at the beginning. I want to get in on the ground floor of this exciting venture. To get the ball rolling. This just means to start the process. We need to get the ball rolling on the new marketing campaign. Give the green light. This means to approve something or authorize something, giving it the go-ahead. Once we have all the details, I'll give the green light for the project. Calling someone a slacker. This refers to someone who avoids work, might be considered lazy. Don't be a slacker. We need everyone's effort on this project. Calling someone a workhorse. This is just someone who works very hard. John's a workhorse. He always gives his best on every project. If you want access to all of these terms and examples, go down to my website at proactivepronunciation.com, or you can just click the link in the description below. To hop on a call. This usually just means to join a phone call or a video conferencing call. Can you hop on a call with the client to discuss the proposal? In the black. This means you're operating in a profit. You're making money. It's a positive financial position to be in. Fortunately, our company is currently in the black. In the red means the opposite, operating in a deficit or in debt. We need to cut costs. We've been consistently in the red. Keeping someone in the loop. This just means to keep someone informed about a situation. Make sure to keep the team in the loop regarding the project updates. To kick off. This means to start or initiate a project or an event or really any activity. We'll kick off the marketing campaign next week. All right, let's practice all of those terms together in a dialogue. Let's go. I've been working hard to get in on the ground floor with this campaign. Fortunately, our portfolio is in the black right now, but just barely. We need to get the ball rolling on it for Monday when the launch kicks off. Once we have all the details, I'll give the green light for the project. Let's get Vin on the team. He's a workhorse. We should pass on Jerry though. He's been a bit of a slacker lately. We really need to keep an eye on our expenses to avoid ending up in the red. Make sure to keep the team in the loop. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know by clicking that like button. Look at the big picture. This means to look at the overall objective. Let's not get bogged down in details. We need to look at the big picture. Lost in the weeds. This means to focus too much on irrelevant details, things that don't matter. The discussion got lost in the weeds and we lost sight of the main goal. Meet deadlines. This means to complete a task within the specified time. It's essential to meet deadlines to maintain our clients' trust. My hands are tied. This means you're unable to make a decision. There's some kind of constraint on you. I'd love to help, but my hands are tied in this situation. Off the cuff. This means to do something or say something without preparing. I can give a presentation off the cuff if needed. Being off track or on track refers to following the plan or not following the plan. On track is following the plan. We need to get back on track to meet our goals. Being on the same page. This means we have a shared understanding or an agreement. Let's discuss this to ensure we're all on the same page. Pick your brains. This is when you're seeking someone's advice or opinion. Can I pick your brain about the upcoming project? Play by the book. This means to follow the rules exactly. It's important to play by the book to maintain compliance. Playing hardball. This refers to being aggressive or very tough in negotiations. In this negotiation, we need to play hardball to get the best deal. Okay, it's time to practice. Here we'll put all of those phrases together into one little conversation. We need to ensure we're all on the same page and have considered the big picture. Last project, we got lost in the weeds, focusing too much on irrelevant details instead of meeting deadlines. Unfortunately, my hands are tied at the moment because I have meetings all week. However, I can give a presentation off the cuff if needed. We need to get back on track. I'd love to pick your brain about the client's files so I can really play hardball to get the best deal. I want to ensure I play by the book to meet our goals. To put a pin in it. This means to postpone or put something or set something aside for later. Let's put a pin in the budget discussion for now. Red tape. This means excessive bureaucracy or administrative procedures that are getting in the way. We need to cut through the red tape to expedite the process. Shoot off an email. This just means to send an email quickly. I'll shoot off an email to the client with the updates. To sign off on something. This means to approve or authorize something. The manager needs to sign off on the budget proposal. To stay on budget or to go over budget. This means spending the amount that you had planned or spending too much. We must ensure we stay on budget for this project. To table something. This means to postpone or delay a decision or discussion. Let's table that topic for next meeting. The bottom line. This refers to the most important thing or the most fundamental aspect. The bottom line is we need to increase our sales. Think outside the box. This refers to considering unconventional or creative ideas. Let's think outside the box for our next marketing campaign. To touch base. This means to briefly connect or to update someone. I'll touch base with you after the meeting to discuss the plan. Train of thought. This means a sequence of thoughts or ideas. I lost my train of thought during the presentation. Turn down. This means to reject or decline a proposal or offer. Unfortunately, we'll have to turn down that partnership offer. To wing it. This means to improvise or to do something without a detailed plan. I'll have to wing it during the presentation. I haven't had time to prepare. Word of mouth. This means information passed on by people. Our product success largely depends on positive word of mouth. let's practice. We need to stay on budget for this project. Let's think outside the box for our next marketing campaign. I'll touch base with you after the meeting to discuss the plan and shoot off an email to the client with the updates. The bottom line is, we need to cut through the red tape to expedite the process. Unfortunately, we'll have to turn down that partnership offer and table that topic for the next meeting. Okay, I'll put a pin in the old project. We can't just wing it and expect to increase sales by word of mouth either, so we'll have to consider an increase in the marketing budget as well. And if you want to take these phrases to the next level at your next job interview, watch this video on the top answers to the most asked interview questions. I'll see you there.
Very good. I think that's enough updates for the afternoon.
Bye.
I just want to be the first to thank you all for giving your time today.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure.